In this video, we're going to talk about Gunslinger Spawn is captured, and can he survive the Carnival of Horrors? Alrighty then, this is a comic book review of The Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, brought to you by RatedComics. I forgot to mention, this is issue number 5. With that being said, let's get into the content. So previously, in The Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger falls prey to the Black Brothers as they take him to Wyatt King. So the Gunslinger Spawn persists in his struggle against the tendrils of sleep. He's tired, but yet the boundaries between reality and illusion becomes increasingly elusive, slipping beyond his reach as we go into the lethal ballyhoo part 2 of this story. So as we know in the beginning of this issue, he was metamorphed, transformed into an entity of his unbelievable delusions, ensnared in a macrame of dance of the mind, or he has death ushered him into a realm where the souls of men and demon intertwine. So what the Gunslinger Spawn comprehends with stark clarity is the authenticity of his agony, a consequence of merciless assault by 4 adversaries who, by all accounts of justice, ought to have been reclaimed by death. So even though Gunslinger Spawn shot him and his bullets were accurate and carving through their blood and flesh with each precise shot, yet in defiance of what he witnessed, they are still hauntingly alive. So regardless of the realm that he finds himself in, anguish and death awaits him unless he could devise a means of escape as he's about to be put on this spinning wheel. Can he survive the Carnival of Horrors right now? So these 4 brothers are like, okay, we're gonna put him on the wheel, we're gonna demonstrate our prowess with our throw and steady aim. Get the knives out, and I'm gonna go first. It's gonna be some fun, boys. Yeah, quit your fussing, stranger. We doing this. So this lady, Becky, goes up to Wyatt and knocks on his door like, Wyatt, you know, you gotta get up out of here. We got a situation on hand. It's Mr. King, Becky. I'm in the middle of some body art painting. And this girl comes on like, it's fine. So Wyatt King about to get jiggy with it. It's like, what is it now? We lost another clumsy lion tamer? No. Then what is it? The Black Brothers, they brought back. Now Wyatt King knows that the Black Brothers didn't bring back what he was looking for. And Becky's like, oh, how do you know that? It's my instincts. It's how I got to where I am today. Look, they're too dumb and stupid to do what I say. But let's see what they brought back anyway. And Gunslinger Spawn along with the brothers are like, here we go. So Gunslinger Spawn is like, okay, Wyatt King, I'm here to ask you some questions. Kind of just like, I know I'm in this situation, but I still got to get some questions asked to you, okay? And Wyatt King's like, somebody better have some answers for me real good and real quick. Where in the hell is Lucy? Lucy is from the previous issue that Gunslinger Spawn helped her and her mom escape from them. So the Black Brothers are like, well, this guy gunned us down and helped her escape, and he put a world of lead into us, so we wrangled the truth out of him and we brought him back to you because we thought this is what you want. Wait, so you telling me you stopped following Lucy's trail to take whatever the hell this is back to here, back to me, to get useless information out of him? All the while Lucy's trail grows cold with each passing minute? And Gunslinger Spawn's like, look, I don't give a damn about those brothers. I need you to answer some questions. And Wyatt's like, look, man, I'm gonna deal with you in a minute. And Wyatt's pissed, like, I swear you boys split the same pea-sized brain 4 ways. And I don't think he talks like that, because personally I think the character is Scottish for some reason. So the brothers are like, well, we thought that's what you want. That's a problem. You guys don't think what I want is Lucy back here where she belongs to me. Find her and don't ever come back here, okay? And Becky's like, don't hurt that girl, you hear? Shut up, says the 4 brothers. So Wyatt King tells Becky to make the rounds and set everyone up for tonight. You know, we got a show to do over here. So Wyatt goes to Gunslinger Spawn like, you better tell me what the hell kind of business you got with me. So Gunslinger tells him, a woman named Griselda told me to look you up, that you would have some information I need. And Wyatt's like, and what? Pray? Tell? What's your reason? Did she genuinely believe that facilitating the escape of one of my most lucrative talents would somehow incline me to divulge the information you seek? Bro kind of speaks differently. Every fiber in my being wants me to slither you up and slash you up, but yet the entrepreneur inside of me begs to differ. So he takes off the mask of Gunslinger's like, ooh, hell nah. I can't look at that. With that kind of face, you'll bankrupt my show. And someone turned you inside out. He's got some claps of his own, but it's kind of funny. But with that being said, he's gonna have to put the mask back on because it's just better that way. So Wyatt King tells Gunslinger Spawn, look man, I followed my entire life until a series of unfortunate investments entangled me with the individual of a decidedly immoral character, the very dregs of society. In my time, I have witnessed a partaken in deeds of reprehensible nature, my son, deeds profoundly and unsettlingly malevolent. Following these events, I traversed the circuit engaging in card games for financial gain. A gentleman, having exhausted his resources bestowed upon me, the deeds of this establishment before tragically taking his own life. He's referencing the previous issue where that guy was playing a Texas Hold'em game with Wyatt King and lost. It's a Deadly Tales of Gunslinger issue number 4. We talked about it on here. Now you got a man to sell me on how you're gonna make all of my problems go away and make this right by me. And Gunslinger's like, I don't know how to do that. I'm just looking for my sister. We got separated many years ago. The brothers were involved. Again, a woman named Grisella told me that you might be able to help me, that you knew people that would be able to point me in the right direction. And notice how he's saying that while the wheel is just spinning. Wyatt's like, is that so? She was right. I know plenty about your sister. Almost got your fiddle with that one. So after Wyatt King throws the knife at Gunslinger, hits his wrist. So Wyatt King's like, look at that. Almost got your fiddle with that one. Going for 2. And that is an uncomfortable situation while the wheel is spinning and he's testing his own aim and each throw is getting close to impacting you, penetrating you, or just kind of messing with you at the very least. So Gunslinger's like, man, just tell me where she is. And Wyatt's like, not only have you slain members of my employ, but more grievously, you have squandered my time and resources. Regarding your sister, I am wholly indifferent to her fate and the fate of the trash I associated with in years past. So in other words, take a hike, Gunslinger. I don't give a damn about your sister. So Becky goes in trying to get Wyatt King to stop, and Wyatt tells her, you better give that a spin because I need some entertainment. And if you don't do that spin, that little girl in the dress, I'm going to put her up on the wheel my damn self, alright? So Gunslinger's like, okay, I'm in no position here, but tell me what you want to know and let me go. And whatever the cost of those men and anything else you lost, I will make good on it. And Wyatt's like, hell no, spin that wheel faster. I've never thrown an axe before. So he throws an axe. And yeah, come on now. But at least the axe did not hit it. But at first glance, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, comic book. But Wyatt is just having a ball here to like look at this spectacle right here. It appears we're garnering the attention of onlookers. I'm having a blast, they're having a blast, and the guys or the onlookers like, who is this guy boss? And what's the mask on his face for? And Wyatt King tells him that mask is to hide his ugly ass face. So if you want to how to protect yourself or just protect yourself from even seeing such a hideous looking thing, don't even look at that damn face. So the Gunslinger battle waves of nausea, exerting every ounce of his strength against the iron restraints that inexorably erodes his flesh, all efforts proving futile. So Wyatt throws the axe, and whatever wave Gunslinger Spawn does, it causes the axe to go into the back of someone feeding the lion. And Wyatt's like, okay, well there goes the saying, there's weakness in giving up, so I gotta give him one more try. And Becky's like, you got to stop this now, Wyatt. It's Mr. King, you filthy. Yeah, he wants to be called Mr. King. Don't be calling him Wyatt like that. So Gunslinger's like, my sister. And Wyatt's not letting up. So Mara gives him a suggestion, lower your grip on the axe and bring the axe back past your ear. That should help with the accuracy. And she's just watching curiously. So Wyatt throws the axe, and whatever Gunslinger Spawn does, he has the axe hit the wrist, which frees him, and he takes the knife and he tells Wyatt, this belongs to you, throws it back at him, and it hits his eyes. That's it. So fueled by a wrath that burned hotter than the desert sun, the Gunslinger rips himself free, one driven by the hope of uncovering his sister's fate. The Gunslinger Spawn now finds his purpose consumed by a singular, unyielding desire to fuck him up. I added that in for dramatic effect, but yeah. So now Mara has to get Wyatt out of there quickly and let the people deal with him. But the lion's like, oh man, I ate the hand that fed me, literally, but whatever. So Gunslinger Spawn escapes and he's like, yep, I gotta go after that ass. So these people tell him, you finish him, you're the new boss. We won't get in your way. We follow the rules of the old country. That's so, says Gunslinger Spawn. Yep, you bet. Good. but I have a feeling he has no interest in taking over a circus. So Mara's like, stop this. She pins down Wyatt. Enough of this, alright? So what the hell, human, says Wyatt. Hold still, says Mara, and her eyes go white as she's about to do something very, very evil right now. So she takes the blood from his eyes. Even Wyatt's like, what the hell are you doing? She's casting him a spell so she can grow the beast. And grow the beast she shall. And that Wyatt King ain't no more Wyatt King. That is Wyattzilla right now, demon form. And he's like, I see you, Gunslinger. Dream or no dream, Gunslinger Spawn realizes that running away from this nightmarish abomination would be useless. So he does what he feels is the only thing left to do. You gotta fight back and go ham and throw hands with the guy. It's too late. So after he does the business and gives her the business, Gunslinger Spawn has to run away. And the demon's like, you'll never see your sister again. You're too late, Gunslinger. And Gunslinger Spawn can't focus because whatever explosion happens, it causes him to pass out into the field. But Becky goes over to Gunslinger, gives him a drink, tells him you passed out while my people were dealing with the fires. I snuck you out and we rode out of here overnight. So I put some food on your horses and some water, and I'm guessing you have no interest in inheriting a circus. He's like, hell no, none whatsoever, my lady. So Becky's like, well, I'll be taking it over. And when the brothers show up, I'll tell them you're 6 feet under, and that'll be the end of that. Lucy and her family, says Gunslinger, because, the brothers are going after them. Becky is a cool person. She tells Gunslinger, they're under my care. If my people working for the circus want to go, that's up to them. But I'm not going to force it. That'll be their decision to make. So Becky's like, do you know what happened to Wyatt? I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, ever. And Gunslinger's like, no idea. So that thing about your sister, whatever he said, I wouldn't take anything he said as being truth. So she asks for Gunslinger Spawn's name and he doesn't say anything. He just rides off saying it doesn't matter. He rides off into wherever path he's got to go next. But meanwhile, up on the cliffs above him, we see a lady overlooking him. I don't know if that's Amy right there or who that can be, but we will find out in the next issue of The Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. What you guys think of this comic book? Comment below, let me know. Also, link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of our other limited print rated comic exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. With all that being said, thank you again for watching. Until the next upload.